when I'd take Jenny into the doctor's office, the pediatric department at that big hospital in Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and people would be sitting around with their children, and I remember trying to say it, and at first it used to get stuck in my throat trying to say mongoloid child, because that's what we used to say, and that thing would really stick in my throat. And then the next time it was a little easier, and the next time, and finally I'd stop the postman. Guess what? I have a child with Down syndrome, you know, and it was easier before the pride could come out, but at first it almost choked me.
Life in the Air Force took the Coddingtons to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where they found Altamira, a new network of support for Jenny.
She was an integral part of our team. She motivated us every day to do what we do and to do it well.
And they would immediately watch her and sometimes ask, you know, does she work here? Oh, yeah, she's staff.
Jennifer learned sign language from one of her speech therapists, and they worked on that together, and she caught on really quickly and loved it. So she began to sing hymns in church in sign language, and it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And there was a day when someone put on a hymn to play for her, and her left side was paralyzed, so she only had use of her right arm. But she laid in that bed and she began to sign and sing with one hand to that hymn. And we just were all struck. And it was just a moment in time that I will never forget.
You never give up hope, and you keep stimulation. Stimulation, whether it's books, reading, other kids, TV, stimulation from the parents. You don't know where they'll be. So don't give up hope and don't give up trying. In the meantime, enjoy your kid where they are with what they can do.
Everyone deserves a chance to fly.
There are many challenges for scientists trying to harness the power of the immune system to fight diseases. The key is getting enough of the right data at the right time to make the decisions that move critical projects forward. Whether you're finding the right antibody, modulating a checkpoint inhibitor with a small molecule, or assessing the cancer-killing potential in your engineered T-cell preps. So let's take a closer look at the advantages that make us different. One novel aspect of our platform is its speed. The timer will show just how fast samples in a plate can be acquired, which is the fastest in the industry. What allows us to sample so fast? Our patented rapid sampling method delivers an entire plate of samples for analysis to the detector in a continuous air-gap delimited stream. This eliminates the time it takes to create separate sample files and the priming of the system using sample from the well. Combine this with the flexibility to wash or clean at any point and the automation capability to load the next plate, and you can process large numbers of plates per day. So in the time it took to describe our advantages, 96 wells have been sampled. In summary, our IntelliSight advantages of speed, miniaturization, usability, content, and insight enable your science, drive your success.
Right in front of her face. Yeah, go ahead.
Jennifer Wilbanks is famously known for being the runaway bride that left Georgia and came to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Left her wedding plans, and ended up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, of all places. She called 911 from Solano and Central and said that she was abducted and kidnapped and that she was let off in Albuquerque. There was a 7-Eleven, which I think is still there, and there's a payphone there, and she got on a payphone, called 911. Police arrived, and on the 911 call, she claims that she was abducted and kidnapped. When I think about when people complain that we didn't charge her with something, I think years to come, she is the one that has to live with this. Her decisions, the consequences of that. She ended up having to do community service. She had to pay back fees and fines. And so anything that would have happened to her here was really mild compared to what's happened to her entire life because of this bad decision, bad judgment.
You want me to do it sideways? GNS Jewelry Manufacturing offers a comprehensive list of services to our customers. Mastering services, modeling services, molding services, casting services in a wide variety of materials from karat golds to sterling silver to bronzes to pewter. We have a very, very extensive suite of finishing operations, everything from tumbling all the way through to hand buffing and everything in between. We offer inlay and painting services for jewelry that requires a little bit more color to the base design. And we also help our customers reach an economical goal by working with them very, very closely in terms of what the economics are for quantities of scale.
Well, we're in the 8th year of our study of Cooper's hawks here in northeast Albuquerque, and today we're at the fairgrounds. There's a pair that has been nesting here for at least the last 2 years. Last year we came and we trapped a male and a female that were 1-year-old birds. They didn't come back. We don't know what happened to them, but this year there's a new pair on the fairgrounds, an older male and an older female, and so today we trapped those birds, put bands on each, so we'll be able to see if they come back next year or if they show up at another nest in town. Cooper's hawks are the hawk that's here. They're a woodland hawk that occurs all across the United States, but they've adapted really well to urban areas because they feed on pigeons and doves, and backyard bird feeders are the ideal habitat component for them. It's bringing in birds that they feed on. So they do really well in urban areas, and Albuquerque is one of the places where we see the highest density of nesting Cooper's hawks in town. They've got young in the nest. The young are about 18 days old. There's at least one. We'll be back in a couple of weeks when the young have left the nest, and we'll get a full count of how many young are here. So it's one of 80 nests that we're following right now.
Some of my favorite things about participating in 4-H is that I get to see some of my friends I only see at fair, and I get to have fun while showing them the ring, and I get to raise animals throughout the year. It takes a lot of work to get to county fair, and then from county fair you could either go to auction or you go to the state fair and keep on continuing. When I got in Taos, it was the 3rd place for the horse show. This one goes with this buckle for the Grand Champion heifer. This one is the Grand Champion lamb I won last year with my lamb Fatso. You have to break your animals, you gotta exercise them, you gotta feed them, and you gotta groom them and wash them and keep them clean. If you make auction, you can sell your animal for a profit, and I can use that towards my future education. So the experience about going to the auction is that you can make your profit and you can use it to go to college. My dream is to become a veterinarian. My name is Belutha Martinez. I'm from Mineral County, and you'll see me at the New Mexico State Fair.
The Before 3 Network is a collaborative of 4 agencies working together to provide comprehensive developmental services for families with infants and toddlers. We are confident that our collaboration can help make New Mexico one of the best places to be a child. We invited Danny, Marcos, and Diana, along with their case manager, Amber, to reflect on their experience with early intervention and to see where the family is now and how Diana is doing in her school setting.
We didn't know what to expect, and being young, I was only 20 at the time, we were already scared and trying to figure things out. Each team member was a special fit for her. OT, PT, vision. Amber actually helped us get into hippotherapy for her, which helped her for a while. She got us into the Presbyterian Hearing Institute, kind of helped navigate that. And also just going to doctor's appointments. At the time, Dad was working a lot, and it was just me and Diana being able to call and make appointments myself for her, and just that I was the expert for Diana for us.
Diana's community of support was made possible and strengthened by the Before 3 Collaborative. By combining our resources, our case managers are able to customize services based on a family's unique needs.
So last spring I had the opportunity to attend the Before 3 Collaborative, and at that training I had the opportunity to network with other professionals. I love watching the kiddos thrive and meet their milestones, and just it's an honor to be a part of these families' lives, these children's lives.
I know.